Under the moon and the stars so bright, we claim our power and love
Welcome
our
to
light.
Love Thyself Witch.
Welcome to the moonlight. Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Witches, you caught me mid-decorating again. Come in, come in, come in. Mind the beads, they're everywhere. And mind the crystals. Cosmo is still deciding where they belong. I wanted this cottage to feel like Bourbon Street met a moonlit forest, and they threw a party. Purple, green, gold, look at this place. I may have gone overboard. I don't care.
I found shiny coins and beads. They live in the shell now.
Cosmo, those doubloons are for throwing to the guests.
They were thrown. I caught them. Finders keepers.
So, witches, today we are talking about Mardi Gras, also known as Fat Tuesday. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Lunetta, isn't that just a big party in New Orleans? And to that I say, yes. And it is so much more. Mardi Gras has centuries of history, deep cultural roots, and traditions that will genuinely surprise you. By the end of this, you're going to understand why millions of people lose their minds every year over this one magical day. Let's get into it.
Ooh, is it a holiday? Like a sparkly one?
Baby girl, it is the sparkly one. Masks, beads, feathers, glitter. Mardi Gras is basically what would happen if a celebration went to art school. All right, let's start at the beginning. Mardi Gras is French for Fat Tuesday. It falls on the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday, which marks the start of Lent in the Christian tradition. Lent is a 40-day period of fasting, prayer, and sacrifice leading up to Easter. So Mardi Gras is the last hurrah, the final feast before you give things up. Historically, people would use up all their rich foods, butter, eggs, sugar, meat, in one glorious blowout. That's the fat in Fat Tuesday. You eat everything you've got before the cupboard goes quiet.
The carnival season technically begins on January 6th, the Feast of the Epiphany, also called Twelfth Night. Mardi Gras is simply the grand finale.
Thank you, Nova. So, Carnival isn't just one day. It's a whole season of celebrations building to this peak. The parades, the balls, the parties, they've been going for weeks by the time Fat Tuesday arrives. Now, the colors. This is important, witches, because nothing in Mardi Gras is random. The three official colors are purple, green, and gold, and each one means something. Purple stands for justice, green stands for faith, and gold stands for power. These colors were assigned in 1872 by the Rex organization, one of the oldest carnival crews in New Orleans. They wanted the celebration to have meaning, not just spectacle. So every bead you catch, every mask you wear, it's carrying centuries of symbolism. I love that.
Purple is justice. Gold is power. What's green again?
Faith, Cosmo.
I have faith that I will keep all these beads.
I walked right into that one. Let's talk about the throw, because this is one of the most iconic parts of Mardi Gras. During parades, the riders on the floats toss things into the crowd. These are called throws. The most famous? Beads. Long, colorful strands of beads that people catch and pile around their necks like trophies. But there are also doubloons, special commemorative coins minted by each crew. And the most coveted throw of all, hand-decorated coconuts from the Zulu Social Aid and Pleasure Club. If someone hands you a Zulu coconut, that's like receiving a blessing. People treasure those for life.
I want a coconut! A sparkly one!
You and everyone else, sweet girl. The Zulu coconuts used to be real, hairy coconuts thrown from floats, which you can imagine was a safety situation. Now they're hollowed out and hand-painted. Much safer. Still iconic. And then there are the masks. Witches, this is where Mardi Gras gets truly magical. And honestly, very witchy. The tradition of wearing masks during Carnival goes back centuries to European masquerade balls. The idea was radical. Behind a mask, a king looks like a peasant, and a peasant looks like a king. Social class, status, wealth, it all disappears. Everyone becomes equal. You could dance with a stranger, share a meal with someone you'd never meet in normal life. The mask didn't hide you, it freed you. and I think that's powerful.
In many early carnival traditions, masks were legally required during certain festivities to preserve the spirit of social equality.
Required? Imagine that. A law that says you must be anonymous so everyone can be treated the same. There's something beautiful in that. Also slightly chaotic, which is very on brand for Mardi Gras. Now, the cruise. If you've never heard this word before, think of them like secret societies meets party planning committees meets philanthropic organizations. Crews are the groups that organize the parades, the balls, the floats, the throws, everything. Some of them have been around for over 150 years. The Rex crew, the Zulu crew, Endymion, Bacchus, each one has its own theme, its own traditions, its own personality. It's like the houses of Hogwarts, but with better food and way more glitter.
So it's a club that throws a parade and gives away treasure.
Essentially, yes.
I want to start a crew.
Ooh, can I be in it? The Sparkle Crew.
I would absolutely join the Sparkle crew. Nova, you're in too. Don't fight it. All right, witches. Now that we know the history, the colors, and the culture, let's talk about the table. Because Mardi Gras food, it's not just food, it's an event. Whether you're hosting a watch party, throwing a little Fat Tuesday dinner, or just treating yourself, I want you to eat like royalty tonight. And I'm going to show you how. Let's go. First up, king cake. This is the dessert of Mardi Gras, non-negotiable. It's a ring-shaped brioche cake, braided and beautiful, topped with icing and sugars in, you guessed it, purple, green, and gold. And here's the fun part. Hidden inside the cake is a tiny plastic baby. Whoever finds the baby in their slice is crowned king or queen of the party. And they have to host the next gathering or bring the next king cake. It's delicious, it's dramatic, and it turns dessert into a competitive sport. I'm obsessed.
There's a baby in the cake?
A tiny plastic one, yes. It represents the baby Jesus. It's tied to the Feast of the Epiphany tradition.
If I find the baby, do I have to give it back?
You have to host the next party, Cosmo.
I'll host, but the baby stays in the shell.
Okay, real talk. Everything you just watched, I made that with Focal AI. No film crew, no fancy degree, just me, my laptop, and a whole lot of vision. If you want to try it, links in the description. Okay, back to the show.
Now, before we get to the mains, you need to know about the Holy Trinity. Not the religious one, the cooking one. In Louisiana cuisine, the Holy Trinity is onions, bell peppers, and celery. It is the flavor base of almost everything. Gumbo starts with the Trinity. Jambalaya, Trinity. Etouffee, Trinity. If you're cooking anything remotely New Orleans, you start by sautéing those three in a pot and letting the magic build. Think of it as the opening spell in every Louisiana recipe.
The culinary Holy Trinity is analogous to the French mirepoix, onions, carrots, and celery, but with bell pepper substituted for the carrot.
Nova just dropped a culinary history lesson in 3 seconds flat. He's not wrong. Louisiana cooking has deep French roots, and this is one of those beautiful crossover moments. Main course, gumbo or jambalaya. Pick your fighter. Gumbo is a thick, hearty stew, usually with a dark roux base, andouille sausage, shrimp, okra, and of course that Holy Trinity, served over rice. It's the kind of dish that feeds a crowd and makes your whole house smell like heaven. Jambalaya is the one-pot wonder. Rice cooked right in with the meat, the sausage, the shrimp, the seasonings. It's bold, it's spicy, and it's made for a party because you cook the whole thing in one giant pot. My hosting tip? Make a big batch the day before and let it sit overnight. It tastes even better the next day.
A pot of treasure that you eat.
That's literally what gumbo is, Cosmo. A pot of treasure you eat.
I understand this holiday now.
Beignets, witches. Beignets! If you have never had a beignet, please pause this video and add it to your life goals immediately. These are deep-fried pillows of choux dough. Light, airy, golden, and then absolutely buried under a mountain of powdered sugar. I'm talking an avalanche. You cannot eat one without getting powdered sugar on your face, your clothes, your hair, your soul, and that's part of the experience. Café du Monde in New Orleans has been serving these since 1862, and the recipe hasn't changed because perfection doesn't need updating.
I want the sugar mountain. All the sugar.
Bubbles, you would literally float into a beignet if I let you. And honestly, same. No judgment here. Now, hosting tip that will make you a legend. A build-your-own po' boy bar. A po' boy is a traditional Louisiana sandwich on crispy French bread. Set up a spread. Fried shrimp, fried oysters, roast beef, maybe some blackened catfish. Then lay out the fixings. Shredded lettuce, sliced tomatoes, pickles, hot sauce, and a big bowl of remoulade sauce. Let your guests assemble their own. It's interactive, it's fun, and nobody argues about toppings because everyone gets exactly what they want. This is the Lunetta way.
Fried oysters go in the shell.
Everything goes in your shell.
I have a system.
His system is just hoarding with extra steps. Modern celebration tip number 1. Support the music. Mardi Gras is nothing without the music, witches. Jazz and brass are the heartbeat of this whole celebration. If you're hosting, put together a playlist that includes Rebirth Brass Band, Trombone Shorty, Professor Longhair, Dr. John, and the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. Let the music be loud. Let it fill the room. And if you really want to go all out, hire a local musician, or even just set up a little second-line parade through your living room. Grab some umbrellas, wave some napkins, and march. It's a vibe.
The second line refers to the informal group of dancers who follow behind the main parade band. It is a tradition unique to New Orleans brass band culture.
So the band is the first line, and everyone else dancing behind them is the second line. And honestly, that is the most joyful thing I have ever heard of. Organized, spontaneous dancing? Sign me up forever. Tip number 2, eco-friendly throws. Now, here's the real talk, witches. Traditional Mardi Gras throws, those plastic beads, create a lot of waste. After Carnival, the city of New Orleans pulls literal tons of beads out of the storm drains every single year. So if you're hosting your own celebration, let's do better. Throw seed packets, wildflower seeds, herb seeds. Throw hand-painted wooden coins. Throw wrapped chocolates or little bags of homemade pralines. Make your throws meaningful instead of disposable. The spirit of the throw stays the same. Generosity, joy, surprise. But the earth says thank you.
Ooh, seed packets. Then flowers grow where the party was.
Exactly, Bubbles. You throw the seeds and months later, wildflowers. Your party literally keeps blooming. That is magic, witches. And tip number 3, the mask tradition. Invite your guests to come in masks. Or better yet, set up a mask decorating station. Lay out plain masks with feathers, sequins, paint, gems, glue, and let everyone create their own. It's a beautiful icebreaker and it honors the original spirit of Carnival. Behind the mask, everyone is equal. Everyone is free. There's something deeply healing about putting on a mask and giving yourself permission to just be joyful. No performance, no judgment, just joy.
I don't need a mask. I have a shell.
That is not the same thing.
It's better. It hides my whole body.
He's not wrong. Cosmo has been doing Carnival since birth and didn't even know it. Listen, witches, Mardi Gras isn't just a party, it's a philosophy. It says, before the season of sacrifice, there must be a season of joy. Before you give things up, you celebrate what you have. Before the quiet, you dance. And I think we all need that reminder sometimes. Life asks a lot of us. So take the moment, eat the king cake, throw the beads, put on the mask and let yourself be free. Even if it's just for one night, try it. Host a little Fat Tuesday feast. Dance in your kitchen. Make a mess with the powdered sugar. And remember, always, always, you are the magic you've been looking for. Laissez les bon temps rouler, witches. I'll see you in the moonlight.
I'm Lunetta Karkina. If this helped, like and follow so we can build your sanctuary together. I'll see you in the moonlight.
Witches, I know life gets tough, but I want you all to stay safe and protected in all you do. I've made this space for us, and we can share our crafts and practices. I love hearing about how everyone honors their craft. Feel free to leave comments and suggestions.
Under the moon and the stars so bright, we claim our power and
Welcome
love our
to
light.
Love Thyself Witch.